You're welcome to Green Nigeria.
Okay, you're welcome to your number one and authentic program on radio. It's Green Nigeria Radio Show, and my name is Meshach Yager, and today we'll be telling you about what the government is doing to help agriculture, to help farming. Okay, last time we talked about how if farmers miss this farming season, it will be very difficult to have food sufficiency in the nearest future. And of course, last week we also told you that there will be scarcity and hunger by June 2024. So what is the government doing? We have news from His Excellency, the Vice President of Nigeria, Shettima, will be telling you what they have done and what the process of what they are doing to help cushion the effect. Okay, we'll also tell you. We spoke last time about most of these government anchor borrowers, government programs that should have been, key instruments now to help the farmer, but they are not. Programs that were meant to better the future of Nigeria, and it's unfortunate that we are still in this dilemma. Okay, we'll be telling you about new programs, and then we'll also tell you about the disadvantages of technology, hydroponics in agriculture. If you really want to look at the disadvantages, just stay tuned. We'll be giving you that. This is Green Nigeria Radio Show, and of course it's about tourism, agriculture. Here we say tourism, agriculture, progress. This is the only program that talks about tourism and agriculture and seeks to unite Nigeria with both tourism and agriculture. That's why on the program, if you listen to us on radio, we try to pick a particular state in Nigeria. We'll tell you about the people of that state. We'll tell you about the tourism attraction in that state, and we'll tell you about their agricultural produce. Okay, for want of time on YouTube, we just stick to very brief, maybe on agriculture and sometimes on tourism. But if you want to get the full package, you get most of our subscribe, first of all, to our YouTube channel and get most of our full recordings, both on radio and television. This is Green Nigeria Radio Show. Once again, it's about tourism, agriculture, progress. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
You're welcome to Green Nigeria.
Okay, you're welcome back. This is your authentic program, Voice for Tourism and Agriculture. It's Green Nigeria Radio Show. Every time I say welcome back, I feel like maybe I left or maybe you left, but I'm glad that you're out there and you are glued. This is Green Nigeria Radio Show, and of course it's about tourism and agriculture. We'll just go quickly to what Shettima, the Vice President of Nigeria, is doing concerning agriculture. Now, farmers get tractors, fertilizers, seeds as Shettima launches agric scheme. That's the headline. Okay, now Mr. Shettima also pledged to give 100,000 per month to each of the 50 beneficiaries for 4 months, after which farmer cooperatives will be given startup funds of up to 30 million to establish full-fledged commercial farming. Okay, and on just to add in, on Green Nigeria Radio Show, we developed a paper that would help 36 states and 37 including FCT to converge in the farm vial and train these farmers on any agricultural sector they choose to go into, and then sponsor them. It will be like a big brother agricultural house for Africa, for Nigeria and indeed Africa. So I hope the government will look into this, contact us and see how they can work with Green Nigeria Farmers Reality TV show and benefit farmers and Nigerians to avert the hunger that is predicted by 2030 and in this year by June 2024. Now we'll continue from what Shettima is doing in support of food security and agriculture mechanization drive of the President Bola Tinubu administration. Vice President Kashim Shettima has flagged off an empowerment scheme to assist farmers in the country. Okay, the scheme, Kashim Shettima Foundation's Agricultural Empowerment Program, launched in Kaduna State at the weekend. heralds the commencement of distributing tractors, seeds, fertilizers, herbicides, and other essential farming inputs to beneficiary farmers for the 2024 farming season. The Vice President described farmers in the country as underappreciated heroes who till the soil, sow the seeds, and nourish our nation, to whom we owe a mountain of appreciation for putting the country first, come rain or shine, noting that it is their unwavering commitment that sustains the country. Shetima went on and on talking about farmers putting in all their best, and very little appreciation is shown. He did this in Kaduna, by the way, and we hope that it will reach all the states of Nigeria, northeast, west, south, north central. Okay, this is Growing Nigeria Radio Show. We'll go on this quick break, and when we come back, we'll give you more agricultural news. Stay tuned.
You're welcome to Green Nigeria.
You're welcome back. This is Growing Nigeria Radio Show, and it's about tourism, agriculture, progress. TAP, we tap forward, okay? And we believe that with tourism and agriculture, Nigeria can fly. With tourism and agriculture, Nigeria doesn't have to be a poor and beggarly nation. With tourism and agriculture, Nigeria will lead nations. Nigeria will be another America in its time, okay? I believe that. And I believe that if we do things right in this country and we have the right leaders and the right persons in place to help the right leaders, things will change for good. Our next level is now. Okay, now I'll tell you, have you been feeling the heat nowadays? Okay, now with lack of power supply, Benue State has moved to get their own power supply. Okay, to generate their own power supply, and we hope to see more of that. And we say kudos to His Excellency Governor Hyacinth Alia of Benue State, who is doing great things in that state since his resumption. Okay, so we say we look forward to more good news from that state. Now, talking about, you can take these disadvantages of soilless farming. Okay, relatively low insoluble salts can become hydrophobic once completely dry. Being porous and well drained means it can't hold water for long and needs to be watered frequently. So you need someone who is always monitoring this soilless farming, and nutrients are exhausted and the media needs to be replaced at short intervals. If you are going to be farming on soil, you don't need to replace the soil. You just need to apply maybe organic fertilizers or chemicals and kill pests and do whatever you want to do. But with this soilless farming, you need to change the media. You need to change the container in which you are cultivating, and you need to monitor, to water, and to do. And it's not that of a Herculean task if you really put your mind into it, as you want to do it as a business. Okay, so well, these are just the little disadvantages that we see in soilless farming. We are not discouraging you from going into soilless farming, and we are not discouraging you from farming on the soil, on the ground. Okay, so whichever works for you. We introduced soilless farming, or we talked more on soilless farming on this program because of farmers' headers clashes, and we said with your soilless farm, you can actually farm in maybe your compound. You can start developing your ugu, the vegetables. You can start doing your spinach. You can start, growing your tubers, Irish potatoes, and what have you. In your compound, you just create the right environment and the right weather for that food produce. Okay, so up next to some agricultural news now, we will quickly tell you that federal government requests additional $25 million financing from IFAD for 2 agricultural projects. And that brings us to the need for government to keep requesting for more funding. And the question we always ask on this program is, where is the money going to? Anchor Borers program. What happened to that program? So many agricultural programs, beautiful ideas by the Minister of Agriculture then, the Honorable Minister Adeshina Hakunwumi. Nothing came out of it, so to say, because we are still borrowing for agriculture. We are still in scarcity. We are still facing the threat from hunger and cost of living getting higher and higher. Food produce can't be taken from the hinterlands to the city because of transportation, because of the fuel scarcity, because of the hike in fuel prices, and so many factors that are posing as a barrier for our freedom, okay, from our agricultural strides. Okay, so we can't help but ask, why asking for another $25 million from IFAD? IFAD is an International Fund for Agricultural Development, and the federal government is requesting $25 million from IFAD for agricultural projects. 2 more agricultural projects. Now, what is your take on it? You can hit the comment section to give us your take on the government and why we keep asking for these funds. Do these funds get to the rural farmers? Do these funds get to the original farmers, people who are originally farmers? Do they get these funds? It brings us down to the question of if we are misappropriating the funds for agriculture. If people are really going into farming with all the monies that has been released for farmers, right from the Goodluck, the Buhari, and now the Tinubu administration, we shouldn't be facing any food scarcity. Truth be told, okay, this is Growing Nigeria Radio Show, and this has been the program for today. We'll encourage you to please hit the comment section and let's have your take. You can also like and subscribe if you have not by now. What are you waiting for? Okay. Now, someone said concerning, various programs, especially the one that the minister during Goodluck time, during President Goodluck Jonathan, Minister of Agriculture Akinwumi, he said once these facilities are well utilized, there will be tremendous boost in our food supply. Misuse or wrong application of this facility, on the other hand, would welcome disaster. Farmers and extension workers should be carefully selected in all states of the Federation after ascertaining that they are full members of a farmer association. Cluster farming is the ideal to overcome the lapses of past programs, preferably geotagging farmers on their farms. The farms must exist, be located, plots identified, and full registration of farmers captured on a robust database. I think we have, this is a writer who commented on the program, Olushola Kayode, talking about farming, talking about what Akinwumi Adeshina said. That was the African president, the bank's president of African Development Bank, who was also once the Minister for Agriculture during the during the Goodluck Jonathan's tenure. Okay, the African Development Bank (AFDB) is providing 134 million to support Nigeria in cultivating rice, maize, cassava, and soybeans to boost food production. The bank's president, Dr. Akinwumi Adeshina, announced this on Saturday after visiting the Center for Dryland Agriculture (CDA) at Bayero University, Kano. Established by Bayero University in 2012, the CDA is a World Bank-supported center that serves as a regional training hub for the West and Central African sub-regions. It was created to address development changes faced by dry land areas. Okay, we can go on and on talking about agriculture news. We can never lack news to say, but for want of time, we'll put a full stop here. This is Growing Nigeria Radio Show, and my name is Meshach Yager. See you next time.
You're welcome to Green Nigeria.